Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is about 5:55 on Tuesday evening, and this is going to be a short vlog because I have to be getting ready in about 25 minutes. I need to be like in the shower in 25 minutes getting ready. Fortunately, I trimmed my beard and shaved yesterday before my marriage counseling session, so I don't have to do that tonight, but I do need to take a shower, and I have wash in the dryer now, so I'm just gonna throw on a hoodie and some jeans and wear that tonight. But I have my meeting tonight, and we have a business meeting, which means we have to get there at 7:30 because the business meeting is a half an hour before our meeting, which means that Tanya and I have to leave her house at 7, and well, between 7 and 7:05, and Alex is picking me up here. He's working out right now, and then he is going to drive into the driveway, and then I'm going to run out, and he's going to take me over to Tanya so that I can get there like right at 7, and then hopefully by 7 or 7:05, and then we can leave to get into the meeting in time. So I'm currently uploading my drama video. I finally made a drama video. Y'all listen, I'm ready for these Oscar movies to be over, okay? I'm ready to, have finished all these Oscar movies, because what happens is, last night I said I was going to go to bed early. No, that didn't happen. I start watching them, and then I get so excited that I just want to watch more and more and more of them. So, I ended up staying up late again last night, and so I ended up sleeping in again today. And I was so cozy when I was sleeping in, but I didn't care. And I was like, my plan was to make a couple videos, but by the time that I was moving around and getting stuff set up, it just was at that point I was like, okay, I can only get so much done, and I want to make sure that I have at least a little bit of my vlog done, and I want to do a drama video. My drama video was 33 minutes long. It was a long drama video. So this is, it's going to be my vlog and my drama video today, and then tomorrow I'm hoping to do my drama video, my vlog, my Peterisms video, the Koei unboxing, and on my Peter Does Stuff video channel, and then maybe a review video tomorrow. I can't imagine that I would get to film a video for every 6 channels. I may not do a review and a booktube video. I may just do 4 channels tomorrow. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, so I got that done. Last night, what did we do last night? Well, we had marriage counseling. Did I film after marriage counseling? I filmed after marriage counseling last night. So, came home, I filmed my vlog last night, and then ate a little bit of dinner, and I started watching. I asked Alex what movies he wanted to watch and which ones he didn't want to watch. So I started watching Elvis, and I watched Elvis last night. You know, I didn't really know much. I mean, I knew Elvis's music, obviously. I mean, I grew up with his music, and so all that. I mean, it's kind of hard not to know most of Elvis's music, but I didn't know a lot about Elvis as a person. I knew small things about him and where his musical roots came from. I knew a lot of that, but I didn't know, I just didn't know a lot about his life. The whole thing is told through the point of view of his manager, who is played by Tom Hanks, who's not a likable character whatsoever. I didn't know anything about that whatsoever. So that part was interesting, but it was just a really sad movie. It was super, super sad. I will say this, Austin Butler, that plays Elvis, looks exactly like Elvis, and there's that kid on his bike. He looks exactly like Elvis, acts exactly like Elvis. I really think it'll be between him because people keep on asking me now, because they're like, Peter, you're watching all these movies, so who do you think's gonna win? And I'm like, I really think, so far, from what I've been watching, well, it was funny because I was talking to a friend last night, and he was like, so, not who you think will, because I was like, well, I think this is who will win, blah, 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 whatever. I actually think Everything Everywhere All at Once will kind of sweep a little bit, or The Banshees of Inisherin, I think will sweep. But if I had to pick Best Picture, I think it should be Women Talking. All the movies I've seen so far, because it is just so fantastic. As far as what it is as a film. I think it encompasses, it's beautifully done. And such an important film, too. Elvis was great. It was a great movie. It was very, very sad. I didn't expect it to be as sad as it was. So, you know, I remember my dad saw Elvis at the Coliseum in Fort Wayne. I don't know how old he would have been at the time, you know, probably in college or something. But he told me about, like, women, like, literally, like, going crazy and stuff when they would see Elvis. And they show that in the movie, and it's, like, unbelievable to see, you know, and, I mean, we saw that with the Beatles and stuff like that. I don't think we really see that today, like, on that level, you know? So that was interesting to me. I watched Elvis. And then I watched Tar with Cate Blanchett, which I thought was based on a true story about this composer, Lydia Tarr. But apparently it's not a true story. I looked it up afterwards. It is a really dark movie. It's a really sad, depressing, dark movie. And well, I mean, in case you guys want to watch it, I don't, because you don't know what it's about till like halfway through the movie, so I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But I will say this. I'm very confused as to why it's up for Best Picture, and I'm also very confused as to why Cate Blanchett won Best Actress for it. I think she won Best Actress at the Golden Globes, like, compared to the other people that are up. I mean, I thought she was good in it, but I didn't think... I mean, Cate Blanchett has been much more powerful in other movies that I've seen her in. I mean, I love Cate Blanchett, but... I don't know. It was just... It was a... It was just a... You know, I was telling Tanya this yesterday, and I was also kind of talking about this in our marriage counseling session. I found myself, like, feeling really sad last night while I was, like... Did I talk about this on the vlog yesterday? I found myself... I just got some iced coffee. I found myself feeling really sad yesterday, like, when I was in the shower getting ready. And I was like... I feel like it's kind of, like, maybe from, like, all these movies that I'm watching. Like, all of these movies are so tragic and sad that I'm watching that I think it's just kind of, like, bringing me down a little bit, you know? So... I watched Tar, and Alex was asleep upstairs, so I had to sit outside. It wasn't too cold outside last night, but my iPad was dying, so I had to bring this extension cord out here and plug it in to my iPad so I could continue to watch it out here last night. I didn't want to sit inside in the chair with my AirPods in. I was like, I can't do this for like 4 hours straight watching these movies, so I sat out here. It was nice. It was kind of just like still, and it just was, yeah, it was nice. So anyway, so then I was like, okay, well, it was like 5 o'clock, and I was like, I know you guys were like, why did you not go to bed? It was 5 o'clock in the morning. When I worked in treatment back in the day, so we like would take the patients to like meetings a lot, and this was like when I first started there, and there was this, like, they always wanted us to play this radio station here in town, TLC, and that played like a lot of like hip hop and rap and stuff like that. And there used to be this thing that they would play on the radio, and like all the patients would like shout out, like, it's like, you know, you sing a chord and they sing a chord and whatever, and they would sing it out. And I always remember this when I say 5 o'clock in the morning, because it's 5 o'clock in the morning, where are you going to be? Outside on the corner. And like we would all sing that, and I can remember like singing that back in the day, like when I worked in the treatment, and we'd all be like in this van, and it's like, and they would sing it on this thing. It was like one of the counselors that worked there, his brother was a DJ at the radio station, and so like he would shout out the patients at the treatment center and stuff, and he'd say, this one goes out to all the patients, you know, and he'd say, and then he'd play it, and it would be like, 5 o'clock in the morning, where are you gonna be? Outside on the corner. We'd all like shout it. It was so fun. But anyway, so then I was like, well, I want to start something, but like I can't watch another depressing movie. I can't. Like, I cannot do this. Like, this is, when I finished watching Tar, like, that movie is really dark and sad. Like, I was like, I can't do another one of these movies. So I was like looking through the movies that were for Best Picture. Well, I wanted to get one. So like, this is kind of my goal at this point, like, entering the middle of the week. I'm trying to hit movies that, and I've been doing this kind of, but like movies that like, okay, so Tar was up for Best Picture, but it was also up for Best Actress, because Cate Blanchett. So I'm trying to like, and I think Michelle Williams is up for, like, The Fabelmans is up for Best Picture, but then Michelle Williams is also, I think, up for Best Actress. So I'm trying to, like, hit movies that have, like, different, like, you know, categories that they are in. So it's not like that have, like, 6, you know, nominations or 11 nominations. So I'm not just, like, watching a movie just for, like, To Leslie was just for the Best Actress, you know, nomination.
At that show, I made a lot of connections, and I got this show, and then I got another show in June.
You do?
That's also in Fountain Square.
That's my neighbor next door. She's an artist.
I think that's probably where most of them are.
She's a really cool artist. She does some really cool stuff. So anyway, so I started watching The Fabelmans last night. Now, I have to tell you, I was not, like, real excited to watch this movie. These hyped up Hollywood movies like this, which is funny because I think that those were the movies that my mom would have loved back in the day. Like, they're not the ones that, like, they're not usually the ones I like. Honest to God, the ones I do like typically, which is so funny because this is, like, so weird talking about, like, how this is, like, kind of made me sad this week. But, like, usually the films I like are, like, women talking. Like, the ones that, like, are just, like, dark and sad and desperate. Because, like, they make you think, right? They make you feel emotions. All of these movies, I've just, like, bawled my eyes out. So, anyway. Well, not all of them. I mean, not Tar, not Everything Everywhere All at... Oh, maybe Everything Everywhere All at Once at the end, because it was just such a beautiful sentiment at the end. I was telling somebody that the other day. Like, Tanya would hate that movie, but I was telling her, I said, if you can get through the movie, like, the meaning and the purpose of the movie is so beautiful, and I think it's really commentary on, like, social media and who we've become as a society. But anyway, so I started watching The Fabelmans last night. I rented The Fabelmans. By the time that I'm done this week, I will have paid like over $100 in rentals. I'm just going to tell you that. So anyway, and I don't care. I'm having such a blast doing this. I'm just having such a fun time. I actually talked to Tanya last night. I said, would you want to like watch the Oscars together? Because we used to. She's, like, not as into the Oscars as I am, but she'll watch them, you know, and whatever. And, because, like, you know, a couple years, like, she, like, made, like, the fruit and cheese plates for me because she knew, like, my mom did that and stuff. And, so anyway, she was like, yeah, if you want to do that, we can do that. But I don't know. I might end up wanting just to kind of, like, stay here and relax and have my PJs on. So I said, well, we'll see. And I said, on Sunday, you know, maybe Alex can, you know, drive me over and then I can take like an Uber home. Because you never know, like, when it ends. And he, you know, will go to bed before it ends. Because it usually ends between like 11 and 12 sometimes. So I started watching The Fabelmans last night. Now, I don't know if you guys know what The Fabelmans is about. I made it about halfway through. The Fabelmans is a movie that takes place, it starts in the late 50s. And it's about a Jewish family in New Jersey. And the dad is like a computer, like, geek guy that works for this company. And he's very smart. And he has like a camera. And so they take their son, who at the time is probably like 5, to his very first movie ever. And it's just kind of, I won't tell you any more than that, but it's this kid's obsession with wanting to become a filmmaker. And so then they move, and then he ends up making all these more movies. But it really reminds me of several movies that I watched through the years. I can't remember, I feel like it was a Steven Spielberg movie where the kids are filming the movie on the train, and then the town is attacked by the monsters. Do you guys remember that? It was like, I feel like it was like 10 years ago it came out, and it was like, it's called like something 8 or something like that, and it was like a big production, like summer production that came out. This movie was a good movie. I loved that movie. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. The kids, because his like, I mean, he's like really into filmmaking, and so it's like really about when your obsession and your passion turn into like, you can't like look past that. Like, you can't look past, like, everybody around him is calling it a hobby, and to him it's not a hobby. And so anyway, and Michelle Williams, I have to tell you, like, it's so funny having watched Dawson's Creek back in the day. Like, she's fantastic in it. And I'm not a huge Michelle Williams fan. Like, I'm not somebody that's like every movie that I, you know, see of hers, like, I have to see and stuff like that, right? She's really good at it. And it's just kind of like, I mean, there's some kind of like sad moments. I feel like there's going to be some sad moments that come like in the last half of the movie, because like you can kind of feel some stuff that's like kind of working its way to the top. But like, it's kind of, Well, and I, like I said, so don't like base my judgment on this. I don't know yet because I have only watched the first half of the movie, so I don't know what happens in the second half. But as of the first half of the movie, it's just kind of a feel-good family movie about, not family, like G-rated, but about, I mean, like a lot of these movies, I would say, like, do not, like, I wouldn't sit with your, 12-year-old unless you're going to have a conversation about the movie afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not big on censorship. My parents, like, let me watch whatever I wanted to watch when I was a kid. But, like, we would have conversations about it. I definitely think there are some movies that I think are really, really... I think there are some movies this year that are out that I think... Well, first of all, like, The Banshees of Inisherin, I don't think any, like, teenager would want to see. I think The Whale, I think, would be a good movie for teenagers to see. Because I think it would teach kids compassion and understanding about people. Tar, I think, is so dark. I don't know that I would recommend that. Women Talking, I actually think it would be a good movie for teenagers to watch and see, but with their parents. And I think to sit down and there's nothing, I mean, there's things that are alluded to in the movie. It's very much like, I mean, they allude to rape in the movie. So it's very much like To Kill a Mockingbird, and how it was seen at the time, that it was this adult movie, But I think the conversations that occur in the movie are important conversations to be having about faith and forgiveness and understanding, compassion, kindness. I think they're important conversations, which I think is why that movie is just so important. So I have just a couple left to watch. The Fabelmans I'm going to finish tonight, and then I have Causeway, Living, After Sun. Oh my God. It's so funny to listen to people on the street.
Right.
I truly did. I'm so glad. Telling me that you need to speak the truth.
She was saying something about, she was so happy that God told her to speak the truth. People are really loud on the street, aren't they? Girl, God tells me to speak the truth every day. No, but God does. Truly. And don't call me truly. But anyway, I've had such a fun time. Like, I've kind of been, I mean, I haven't gotten a lot of stuff done, let's just be for real, in the last couple days. I know that. Like, I mean, it's not like this has been my most. I'm proud of myself for, like, having vlogged for, like, an hour almost, like, every day, though, for, like, the last 3 or 4 days. Not today, counting not today, but other than that, like, I haven't, like, done a whole lot as far as videos and stuff like that. But I have to say, I'm really happy that I decided to do this Oscar thing. I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't force myself to go to bed early and not watch these movies just to, like, get a bunch of videos up or clean the house or do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really glad I made this decision. It's been a really fun experience for me to do this again. And I will tell you this. There's something different about watching all these movies back to back than watching them, like, one in November. Because, like, Maverick, I don't even remember when we saw that. We went to the movie theater and saw that with, like, Melissa and Jason and Aaron and Eric and everybody. And, Avatar, Alex and I saw, I don't know what, 3 weeks ago or something like that. So it's different, There is something about sitting down and watching all the movies, like, in 1 week that is really fun, that is really enjoyable, and, getting your coffee or your tea. Like, I drink a lot of hot tea while I'm watching these movies, and I love it, and I've just had the best time. I really have, and I've been thinking a lot about my mom this week and watching these movies. Oh, they just walked back the other way. I guess God told them to walk back the other way. They've got a bunch of cute dogs with them. But anyway, I guess who am I to judge what God tells somebody? I don't know. Yeah, and I don't, like, I'm really happy that I did it. You know, it's been a lot of fun, and I've had a really good time doing it, and I don't regret it. And I think like earlier, like the first day, I was kind of beating myself up about like not filming a lot of videos and whatever. And I was like, you know, even today, because I was like kind of getting late, and I was like, oh, like I have this, you know, because I have like 5 drama videos that I want to film. You know, I could film 5 in one day and post them. And I was like kind of like, well, I'm like running late and whatever. And then I was like, no, you can like film a video and you can do your vlog and whatever. I was like, Peter, this is 1 week of your life. Just enjoy it. Enjoy watching these movies. This is like something that you love, you know? And this is the other thing that I will say too. Like, I want to say thank you to all of you out there. I think it's obvious I don't have a 9-to-5, that this is my career. This is what I do. And, you know, I say this on my drama channel a lot. I don't say it as much over here. I should. Oh, look, there he is. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. It's kind of a pretty day out, isn't it?
Not bad. It's got a little bite to it, but it's good.
We've got a little bite to it.
Yeah. Not as good as yesterday. I was almost 70.
It was beautiful yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Where you going, buddy?
He said, I want treats. I'm going inside.
Let's go, bud.
See you later. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I really do. And I try to say it like in all my cameos and things like that, but like, I get to work from home and make videos. I have a life beyond my wildest dreams, you know? And that's because you guys watch my videos. That's because you guys allow me to have the life that I have. That is not missed on me ever. I want you to know that. I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful. I wouldn't get to take off 4 to 5 days and watch the Oscar movies, all just because the Oscars are on Sunday, which, I mean, most people would be like, seriously? I mean, like, you couldn't call into a job and do that. But I'm able to do that because of what I do. And the fact that something that I love, I got to turn into something that I do for a living is like incredible. Like, it is so cool. And so I hope to some degree that's a testament to other people. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, it's, you know, I think that's sometimes why I do feel bad, because like if I don't post, I'm like, they've given me the life that I have, right? Like literally, like they've given me this life. And so like, I don't want to take it for granted. Like I want to make sure I put videos out and all that, right? So I want to say thank you for that. Like that doesn't go missed on me, that I get to take off 4 to 5 days and not film videos and just watch Oscar movies, which you couldn't do that at any other job. You couldn't just call in and be like, well, I'm taking off for the next 4 days because I'm going to watch Academy Award movies. You know what I mean? Like, and I just want to say thank you for that. It may seem small to you, but it's not small to me. And it's something that really means a lot to me, number one. Number two, I hope it's a testament to you to never stop dreaming. You know, I started saving money when I worked in treatment because I wanted to like kind of like retire early. And I'm not fully retired, you know, obviously, but like, I'm not the YouTuber that's making $1 million a year, so I can, you know, whatever. But, and this is my job, and I love my job. And I think it's the coolest thing in the world that I get to do this. Please let it be a testament to never stop dreaming. That one day, I can remember when I first started this and I was on BookTube. And I was talking to somebody that I had met that was like a bigger YouTuber than me, not even in the BookTube world. And I remember they said something to me about like, what they liked, how they like made it into a job or whatever, which I wasn't even thinking about, right? Like that was not even on my radar. And they were like, they told me something about like how much money they made a month or whatever, which was like honestly like pretty menial, you know. And I was like, oh my God, like that's unbelievable. Like I can't even imagine, you know. I never in a million years would have thought that this is something that I get to do every single day of my life and connect with people and have interactions with people, and like that's really the coolest part of it, you know, or whatever. And so I hope that me doing this sometimes at 50 years old especially is a testament to all of you out there that your dreams can come true. You can do anything that you want to do with your life, and you should, and it's not too late. And that doesn't mean that you stop your job tomorrow, you know, and you whatever, you know, you start making YouTube videos or TikToks or whatever, and you're going to get famous overnight. I mean, I know that that hasn't happened to me yet. So, you know, but like you can achieve your dreams, whatever they are, whatever you want to do, and shoot for the moon. Absolutely shoot for the moon, you know, because we've only got one life. And I think that's why I don't regret like taking a couple days off to watch these movies, because I think in retrospect, when I look back on my life, you know, the fact that I have the story to tell about the week that I took off to watch the movies, or the couple days that I took off to watch the movies, is a really enjoyable memory to me. And I'm really happy that I did it this year. And do those things in life that make you happy. I know that we have to do the things in life that, you know, put food on the table and pay the rent. I know that, right? I get it, you know. But don't forget to make yourself happy too, because it's important. And even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes a day, even if it's just for watching a TV show, even if it's just for listening to, you know, a playlist of your favorite songs and you have it on in the background while you're driving to work, you know, all of it. And I'm very grateful for my life. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. And I want to say thank you for giving me my life. You have no idea what it means to me. I mean, really, you have no idea. So with that, I'm going to get off here, and I am going to start getting ready, because now I am past my time of being in the shower. So I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Tuesday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. You might be putting a smile on somebody's face. You might be changing their day. You might be making them feel better about themselves. And you might just be making them feel not so all alone. Also, be kinder to one another. Love one another a little bit more. And most importantly, be kinder and love yourselves a little bit more. And I love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Oh, and for those that need to hear it, and those that want to hear it, and those that just happen to stick around, one more I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Happy birthday, Lena.